All right, so real quick, just kind of go through them. We already established this is mostly playing with your emotions, which again is what type of uh, persuasion technique? Pathos, right? Okay. Um, Next one is this: ethos, pathos, or logos. Logos, logic; ethos, credibility, ethical; pathos is emotion. So none of this, you probably had a couple of things in there. If you looked at the headlines, you might said emotional or pathos. Political scientist says Allen used racial slur. And I don't know the macaca gaff, and I feel like I should know that. But I think I have an idea that has to do with race, because the other thing, Allen didn't report, well, it might have to do with race. Allen didn't report stock options. This is probably a political ad, and Allen is probably going to try to get elected to something, and someone is saying, no, but look. So there's two things. It could be pathos, but it could also be ethos, credibility. Look at who's putting together the stories. USA Today, the Richmond Times-Dispatch, and then the Associated Press, AP. So if you put either one of those, you're probably right. Which one is more? I think it really depends on the individual, what you're looking at. If a businessman didn't report stock options, a person who is concerned about race relations, racial slur certainly draws some attention, right? All right, one promise, two sisters. Our promise to save lives and end breast cancer forever. What'd you put? Pathos. Pathos, right? It's all emotion. We do want to take care of people. All right, so this is both. This is a couple of things here. You're running because you want that raise to be all you can be, but it's not easy when you work 60 hours a week making sneakers in an Indonesian factory and your friends disappear when they ask for a raise. So think globally before you decide it's so cool to wear Nike. And notice the Nike logo is kind of skewed or whatever. So it is playing with your emotions. It's also playing with your logic. Who wants to work 60 hours a week for nothing? So, but it is a slap in the face. Where is Nike made? A lot of the shoes are made in Indonesia. So I just thought that was pretty interesting. This guy. Emotion, pathos. Most of our ads you'll find are emotional ads. It's going to pull at the heartstrings. This one, logic. Okay, logos. The fact is, lean beef has only 1 more gram of saturated fat. So now we're having like a statistic or listing facts. So it's logic. If you're hungry, it might play with your emotions a little bit, but pretty much it's logos. Ethos, pathos, logos. Pathos. This one's emotional. Again, children with rifles. Oh, good grief. So that's something to think about. What's that? Oh, yeah. So I'm surprised they didn't use the Somalian kids with the rifles and stuff, too. There's a lot of that. All right, so if you don't know this commercial, they did this back in the 80s, Mac versus PC. You can pretty much guess which one's PC. So hospital gown, think about that. PC breaks down all the time, needs doctor care. Mac, cool, collective. So I just thought that was pretty interesting. So it is playing with your emotions a little bit, but it's also messing with your logic. It's logical. If upgrading to Vista means buying a new computer, there's a better way. Get a Mac. It's simpler, more powerful. So I do like the emotional appeal to that, coolness versus the sick guy. If you look up YouTube videos and find these PC versus Mac, they're quite funny. They're pretty hilarious. Obviously, this one's playing with emotions. If you get a chance, read that what's in there. Will hate bring it all back? Will it bring back the end? I can't read it from here. I can't. It's just blurry on my screen. If you get a chance, read that. It's pretty good. So, but it is emotional appeal. That's just emotional appeal. There's nothing logical about that. And it's based on people copying their butts. Um, yeah, it's just all funny. Logic again, or is it pathos? I think so too. I mean, and it has. There's nothing. There's nothing really. There's no stats in this. There, it really isn't. The Surgeon General, we recognize that smoking is bad for our health, but there's something else. The Surgeon General warns that smoking is a frequent cause of wasted potential and fatal regret.
This is based off the Camel brand.
And the Camel brand, and back in the 80s, 90s, Joe Camel was really cool. They had him in leathers, motorcycle. He's at a jazz bar, whatever, playing pool. I mean, it was just very cool. I mean, it was designed to attract young people to smoking, wasted potential. So we get that. So there's a little bit of emotional appeal in here, and logic as well. How about this one? Okay, so you got the experts. So the ethics, the credibility. So, but who also wants to learn lose teeth? It's like gambling. So they use that emotional stuff, not flossing, not brushing your teeth. You shouldn't be gambling with your teeth. Christmas, hey, it's a Christmas tradition. That's obviously pathos, obviously that, and that's it. All right, so we have a few more minutes. You guys are just done for the rest of the day. Remember, this is not an assignment. It's just something to kind of blow through and get you familiar with. Again, ethos, pathos, and logos. And we're going to talk about Patrick Henry tomorrow. So, and why is he such a great speaker?